Futuristic George Jetson.
Yeah, we're gonna keep it down, just like Uniblab, robotic kick and flab, or flavor bit of batter, chitter chatter, matter than the mad.
You know what's a great bar? Lupe Fiasco on Touch the Sky.
You reference a song every fucking time, but it's a new one this time, right?
Lupin the Third.
Yeah, it's not the same bar that I always reference.
But maple syrup one. Did he say something about maple syrup?
No, he says, I feel so possessed like a gun charge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's the bar.
Watch me work like cardio theater.
Do you know in Homecoming,
Is that Lupe?
It's me.
Oh my God! You putting yourself in Lupe's class? Okay.
I'm trying to.
Yo, he backed you up. I said, who's a better ad-libber, Jadakiss or Nash? And he said you.
Life's a bitch, and if I ever meet her, I'ma tell her. Give it to anybody on beat acapella.
Now let's see if Jada can do your ad libs. I don't think so. He could probably do that.
Yeah,
one.
he can definitely do that one.
I think he does that one.
No, Nash's ad libs are good because when he hears the bar, it's like he pauses time in his head and just thinks of the perfect fucking thing to say.
I can't do it.
It's a gift, really.
I just say,
He'd be like, I'll be on my skateboard.
Overrated
like,
a little
rollerblades.
Skate.
We can never compliment Nash on anything.
You gotta hype him up like he's like.
He's a great ad
No,
libber.
I'm a great ad libber.
We're not saying that he's like good at something important. We're saying he's good.
Can I just have this? I'm not really good at much.
Give him the ad libs.
If you drop a bar on Nash, he's ad-libbing it nice.
Nothing goes undeserved in this
I'd like to
podcast.
have that.
Yeah.
I wish I could do that.
If you deserve it, you get props. But until then,
Oh, it's
Like when
been
Stu
years
said,
since I've been.
pancake interior.
I think you're gonna
when
have
I
that.
hop out.
that's
Nash was like bacon on the side. I was like,
Nash wasn't there. It was me and Stu, and you.
first of all, you.
So
none
no.
of you were there.
So now
It
you're
was just-
making.
No,
now you're making things up.
No, that was
To
just me
prop
and Stu.
Nash up.
It was me and Stu.
I was there. I was with him.
and first of all, you weren't with him when
Yes, I
Stu
was.
wrote the rhyme. I was with him.
but I was there when he debuted it.
Yeah, okay. Well, when he debuted it for the second time, the
What was the
second
bar
grand
anyway?
opening, pancake interior, you smell it when I hop out.
Oh, my God.
You were trying to pick it apart. You're
And
like,
what was
oh,
your
that doesn't
ad-lib?
make sense.
Because I was
bacon
jealous
on
of
the
it.
side.
Yeah.
Bacon on.
You thought of that? That quick?
That's what I do.
He's fucking.
Damn.
He's electric. Wow, you
That's the only thing I have good going for me. And Aaron, I'm
so good at Twitter.
I'm someone.
It really is insane how good I am at Twitter. that's great. People don't talk about that enough
You talk about it a lot.
all the time.
You do it for them.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Nerd Soup Podcast. I am Bo Oliver. Today, I'm joined by Teddy,
Yo.
Nash, Aaron. Ted,
Greetings.
we're not pushing you out.
Thank God.
Everybody in the comments, where's Ted? And it's so funny. We had one comment.
So we're like, we don't know.
Yeah,
We're asking the same question.
He
Where
was
the hell
digging
is
for
that?
controversy. He says it feels like they're pushing Teddy out. I'm like, I
go.
responded to the comment. I'm like, dude, I called him, told him to come at 6, and he was sleeping.
Yeah, when
That's
I put
the
it out
truth.
on Twitter.
Well, that's because you hit me with a hezzy. You said you weren't going, and then you
Well,
said,
because
yeah,
I was
can you
suit
come early?
shopping, and the suit shopping went very well, and I was ready to record.
I wish I
You
would
should've
have known that
been on your
earlier.
yeah, but then it's if you can't record, there's like a 10-minute window where you're gonna fall asleep.
Either that or I make plans with someone.
Exactly. How you guys doing today, Nash, Aaron? Doing all right?
Yeah, I mean, I can't complain.
Yeah, I'm doing
I
good.
have a couple things I'm hot about.
Don't
No, it's.
I'm hot too, though.
Yeah,
and we
I
talked
think I need
earlier,
to-
and it's kind of the same
I think
thing.
me and Teddy are in the same wavelength.
don't bring that in. That's
First
not a,
of
that's
all-
not a topic for this
2 minutes.
podcast.
No,
2 minutes?
drivers.
Go on Pod Save America.
No, drivers. So I'm driving, right? It's 55 speed limit. I'm going 70. It's already a little fast.
That's
right?
cushion.
I'm
Oh,
playing.
Vin Diesel.
Yeah. I'm a little.
That's cushion, though, for the cops. So 70, 55. That's
Yeah.
not,
But this
not
guy
too fast.
on my fucking ass. I'm already going 15 miles per hour over the speed limit.
What lane are you in?
I'm in the left lane.
Yeah.
Going 70. I'm already 15, 20 miles per hour over the speed limit.
You gotta
Sorry
hop
I'm
in the
not
middle
breaking
lane.
the law enough for you, but why are you riding my ass?
You got to hop in the middle lane.
No, I'm already going fast. It's not my fault he wants to get home back to his miserable life, and I'm keeping him from that, but fuck off. If I'm going 10, 15 miles per hour over the speed limit, you can't ride my ass. You're a maniac, and I'm protecting you from yourself.
Kind of had the same problem. I'm at work today, and
Okay.
we're talking. This kid at work is from Massachusetts. Did I say that right?
Yeah, close enough.
What'd you say?
Massachusetts? Is that how you say it?
Massachusetts. Am I saying it right
I'm saying
now?
Mass. Anyway, he's a country kid, so he doesn't really. He knows that how New Yorkers are, but he doesn't understand it.
Okay.
And I'm like, you know what? I'm trying to get rid of my road rage. Like, I'm not trying to get mad at shit like this anymore. So I'm turning a new leaf. If someone pisses me off on the road, I'm just gonna smile and let it go past me.
Okay.
So I'm going 55. Actually, yeah, 50, 55. I'm in the right lane, and I give myself like 4-car cushion. And it's like, it's steady traffic. So I can't. If I sped up, there's a car in front of me, so I can't go anywhere. So this guy's on my ass, flashing his lights. I see him going like waving his hands, like let's go, let's go.
But imagine that if you were going like 75 miles per hour. That pissed me off.
So in my head, I'm like, oh my God. I'm biting my tongue. I want to kill this guy. Then he goes around me and cuts me off. So I wanted to kill him. If I could have went through his window and ripped his throat out, I would have.
Now, what did we learn here, Ted?
I buried it deep. I don't like burying things.
No, especially on the road. I hate too when people, when you don't want to create a gridlock, so you stop before the block.
Yeah.
And people go and they wave at me. It's like, don't wave at me. It's the law, all right? I'm not going out of my way to help you.
What's our first story here?
Driver's head.
Cillian Murphy.
I'm like, guys, no inside baseball in this podcast. Let's just keep it on the stories, and then
We have Game of Thrones runtimes.
Cillian Murphy.
Cillian.
Cillian Murphy,
Chillin' Murphy.
Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, possible
Chillaxin' Murphy.
James Bond. We have a Bohemian Rhapsody sequel people are talking
No,
about.
let's not talk about that.
Why?
What's the sequel gonna be?
I have no idea.
Him dealing
It's
with
gonna be
AIDS,
the
maybe?
original Brian May movie that he wanted.
Yeah,
He's
just
like,
like
it's
fucking
crazy that the
Brian
main
May.
character dies halfway through the movie. Howard Stern was like, "What? Nobody want to see that movie?"
Yeah, he wanted the original concept was like life after Freddie Mercury. It's like no one wants to see life after Freddie Mercury. We want to
They wanna
see
see
Freddie
Freddie
Mercury.
Yeah.
So I guess there's that. What else? Not a big news day, is it? I
I think we're
don't know.
forgetting the main
I've been
thing.
without my phone all day. You know how people say, "Oh, get rid of your phone, get off Twitter. It's like therapeutic." I was fucking going insane. I was like a crazy person.
Well, someone like you can't go cold turkey.
I was like making thinking about what's happening right now. Oh, it's probably like I was having Twitter in my own mind. Terrible place to be. And it was NFL free agency too, so I'm like, oh, the Jets probably got Le'Veon Bell.
I got so
and
many
I'm out here
freaking updates.
phoneless, and it was just
all day long.
terrible day for me. So
We got Crowder.
no.
They're in the driver's
Nice
seat too for Bell.
Yeah. And I hope they get C.J. Mosley. But we're missing the most important thing. Happy birthday, Nerd Soup.
Nerd Soup. Today is officially Nerd Soup's birthday.
Is it?
March
old?
12th.
March 12th.
2015. You weren't around then. People don't know that about you.
Yeah, I was out getting an education, son. But there are different.
Are you using it right now?
Criminal justice degree comes in handy with these podcasts. So if you guys want to talk some statistics, but well, was it from first video or when you first created the channel?
First created the channel.
Okay, then yeah, what is it?
First video was July 23rd.
What video was that? Do you remember?
2015. I remember it well. Nobody else does.
I don't.
Hopefully. You don't remember that video, me, you, and Stu?
What was it about?
We can't even say what it was about.
Oh,
because that's offensive.
all the controversy. No,
Just yeah.
conspiracies?
No.
Exactly.
that one?
Yeah.
Exactly,
Yep.
yep.
The
What-
conspiracies.
I want to know what it's about now. Tell me
It's
after.
about Flat Earth.
Oh, it wasn't.
Back then, we started that 2015.
Yeah.
How's
Yeah.
it that I'm the last one, but I know the birthday? I remember. I'm terrible.
Because you just
with
got told.
birthdays.
You didn't know the birthday.
Yeah, because
Last
you're
week
trying
I
to
did.
like wiggle your way in here and like know all these fun facts. Oh, remember this? Remember that? Not working, Nash.
It's called listening.
Well,
Listening and remembering.
Yeah, so our first story today, I guess we're going to talk a little Game of Thrones runtimes. And Ted, you have the runtimes, right?
I do.
For the 6 episodes. So what are we looking at here?
Season 8, Episode 1, 54 minutes.
okay.
Episode 2, 58.
Not
Okay.
bad.
No heat,
Right.
right?
Episode 3, 60.
6. That's an hour.
Solid,
Moving up.
Solid
It's an hour.
hour.
Episode 4, 78.
Oh.
That's
a
a
jump.
minute. That's a minute.
Damn, hour 18.
And 5 and 6, 80 minutes.
Hour 20.
Hour 20.
Back to back.
Mini movies.
Mini movies.
They used to call you that back in the,
The
day.
mini movie, yeah.
So a lot of people on the internet were freaking out about this.
Good or bad?
Bad.
Really?
Because all these rumored runtimes where people were saying, oh, some of the episodes, every episode's going to be an hour 30, which wouldn't make sense because at that point you just make a 10-episode season. So there's a reason they made it 6 episodes is because they have 6 episodes of content. And if you look at the runtime, it's similar to last season with 7 episodes when you just add up the runtimes all together. So it didn't reach the 10-episode season runtime. This is fine to me.
Isn't
If this is the story they have to tell, I'm sure they have enough resources to tell the story that they need to finish this off. So if this is the runtime, then this is them telling us this is all we needed.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know why people are getting so upset about this. People were expecting like a 2-hour episode.
that's ridiculous? I'm thinking
It's been done before, but
the battle scenes is going to be 3 and 4, and then you give 5 and 6 80 minutes to world build after, kind of. Because
Right.
you can't do this battle in one episode.
well, everybody was saying that. I think I was just saying it that episode 3 was going to be the Battle of Winterfell, 60-minute episode. if it's going to be the longest committed battle on film, then you would think it's got to be one of the 80-minute ones, right?
You would think so. But
I feel like you got the 280s.
I think maybe 4, because the way it's
You can't end this series on a battle.
No, that's not going to be the finale.
the way it's set up too. You saw the connector bridge from Winterfell to King's Landing. So after the Battle of Winterfell, there has to be time. Either they end up losing to the White Walkers and they're forced south, or they end up beating the White Walkers and then they have to turn their attention to King's Landing to take out Cersei or figure that out. So it's not going to be like finale Battle of Winterfell. I see that being like 3 or 4, and then having the I guess if they want to do another battle but smaller scale for King's Landing, maybe more political maneuvering to try to. Oh, well, we'll have our theories coming out, so I don't want to spoil it. But yeah, that makes sense. And I don't know how much would you like? Let's just say after the dust settles, how much time would you want to, like, kind of set the tone for the rest of history in Westeros? Because Lord of the Rings had it wasn't. I don't think it was too much when they did it, right? It was.
People criticized it.
Yeah,
they still do to this day.
Yeah. That's the thing, too.
I remember me and my dad sitting in the theater thinking, when is this? This movie's ended like 10 times.
Do you want to end cold? Like, all right, let's just say, hypothetically, this scenario plays out where they go to King's Landing, Cersei closes the gates, I don't know, Jaime kills her, and let's say Jon dies in Winterfell, but Daenerys sits the throne, cut, roll credits, Game of Thrones.
That would be terrible, but I understand what you're going for.
Yeah.
If that ending really didn't happen. But yeah. No, I think I've always said that there's going to be a battle, and then the true ending is going to be something a lot more smaller. It's going to be more personal. I don't think it ends. I don't think there's going to be a battle, not a big battle, in the final episode.
No.
We have to assume that there's more than just the Battle of Winterfell, though, and that we'll get glimpses of smaller skirmishes that are happening, because I think the Night King is going to get pretty far south. I think that would be a letdown if he doesn't at least get to King's Landing, because like you said, you do have to bridge that gap between the North and King's Landing. Cersei is one of the main characters. I do like one of your theories that you have on one of your videos. That's something that's very Game of Thrones, and I think that's more in line with the books, too, because a lot of people think Euron Greyjoy is going to be the main villain in the books, that he is the one who lets the monsters pass the wall by using the horn of Joramun. So maybe they can kind of tie that in with another character in the show. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I mean, but just going to the runtimes, hour 20. That's long for TV. Yeah. True Detective had an hour 20 finale, and I was like, damn, when is this gonna end? It was similar to Return of the King, where there were so many endings, so many things that they had to tie up. I don't think Game of Thrones is going to run into that. Obviously, you do have a lot of main characters. I think a lot of those characters are going to die anyway. The Battle of Winterfell. So there you go.
You could argue too. Like, let's say Winterfell is 3 or 4. You have 2 to 3 episodes before that. Like, what?
What the hell is happening there?
You have your reunions, your preparations, but how long is that going to take? What else? I mean,
because they're marching.
How far is Winterfell from the Wall?
It's not that far.
You just hop on I-90
right.
north.
Well, I was saying, like, how long of a show? Like, I'm sure they can get there within a show.
At Jamaica.
It's not like a 2-show journey.
Well, Benjen Stark in episode 1 said that he rode all day and he reached Winterfell. That's one rider. You have to assume an entire army is going to take a couple of days.
They don't need breaks, though.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't. Well, our enemy does not tire.
No.
Does not stop.
They're also on a snail's pace, some of these guys.
They're in no rush, man. They're smooth.
Yeah. When they want to go,
grabbing guys on his way.
He's
recruiting.
I've seen some of these guys. They look like they can run like a 4.2 when they're going full force. But when Sam sees them, they're leisurely strolling.
Well, that's kind of like 28 Days Later. Have you seen that movie?
No.
So the zombies run.
It's a good one.
Wasn't that the first movie ever that zombies ran?
It might have been. It's one of the earlier ones, definitely. But it just shows similar to the Whites in Game of Thrones.
That's a problem.
We're not here walking, trying to get you real slow. We're coming at you.
That's a problem.
Yeah, no, it's a big problem. So I think you can have those first 2 episodes if it's 54 minutes the first one, 58 minutes the second one.
I deleted it.
You delete.
I like that.
We were
Throw out the
basically
statistics.
done.
Delete the evidence.
58 second, 63, and episode 1, 54,
58, and then 60.
Yeah.
So if Battle of Winterfell is episode 4, is there a chance that Battle of Winterfell goes for 2 episodes? No way, right?
I'm thinking it goes 3 and 4. At least half of 4.
Well, you can fit it in because they're saying the longest battle right now is Helm's Deep, and that's like 47 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't Battle of the Bastards?
So you can do the 60-minute battle. Battle of the Bastards is 20, 15
Well, it had a lot of setup in the beginning.
Yeah.
And then it had and had an ending. If episode 2 ends like they're ready to fucking go, and episode 3 is just right from the get go, utter chaos.
So the buildings 1 and 2, and then the fights 3, then the real build 4, 5, 6 for the rest.
It could be 18 minutes of it just cooking up, and then boom, 60 minutes of just going at it.
Yeah.
It could be something like that.
Well, you have to think, to beat Helm's Deep, you don't have to go too much over it. I don't know. Do they have an exact runtime? Did they say for the battle?
No,
what they were
I didn't see.
aiming for?
I haven't
I
had a
didn't see
phone
that
all
either.
day.
Where's your phone?
You guys see Cersei trying to cook it up with Night King after the fight, assuming
I
Night
wasn't
King
answering
wins.
the group.
If Night King wins, do you think Cersei's like chilling at the King's Landing, waiting for the Night King, maybe to try and?
Well, people have said that too, that she's going to be the Night Queen. I don't know how she communicates with him. She'll find a way.
Yeah, she'll find someone.
I'm sure Qyburn's cracked that language.
I want to see a documentary with the Night King. I want to see
30
what
for 30?
Yeah, like I want to see what led him to that point. I want to see what his childhood was like and everything.
I think we're gonna get that in the pre.
Yeah, basically, we're going to get that in the prequel. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, well, I would like to see that.
What if I told you this man grew up in a land of always winter?
Dun, dun. What's it with the
I
piano
never seen
playing in the
anything
back?
like it before. The way he just raised the dead. I'm Jon Snow, if you couldn't tell.
It sounds like Donald Trump.
Yeah, where I'm from, man, it's tough there.
Yeah, I
Growing up
met
in
the
the
Night King when I was
streets.
just a baby. He found me in the woods, and then he fucking poked me in the eye, and all of a sudden I was like a 6-foot ice monster.
Yo, I saw him in the gym. Nothing like it. He was shutting every gym down.
Michael Rappaport.
Yeah.
The Skip and Stephen A. arguing over who's the GOAT.
John or the Night King.
Not LeBron.
LeBron
and Jordan.
LeBron and Jordan,
Yeah.
still, even in this
Yeah.
universe. Arthur Dane embarrassing. Like I said, other people are all
I'm just
bent out of
excited
shape,
for it.
and I'm not.
I don't get how you find something wrong with it. Just be
Saul
happy
made a
for it.
great
Just-
point on Twitter. They said that, Spoils of War was only, 47 minutes?
Yeah, that episode, it's 50 minutes, I think.
Yeah.
Spoilers of War, that battle, again, 10, 15 minutes. It's the best episode of the season.
How long was Blackwater?
Blackwater might be the longest one.
So wait, there was a fight in a 50-minute episode for 47 minutes?
No. It was a 50-minute episode. The fight was only like 15
Oh.
minutes. Yeah.
Oh, I was about to say.
If
3
that.
minutes.
It seemed like an eternity.
They just jumped into it, huh? 3 minutes.
Yeah, but the episode
God.
itself was good. Doesn't matter at the runtime.
Right. The runtime doesn't matter. Spoilers of War did feel short, but that ending was so great that you just didn't care. All right, you guys want to move on to the next story here?
Yeah, sure.
What do you guys want to
Why
talk
not?
next? Bohemian Rhapsody we've got.
I mean, we kind of took care of that.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, let's go to Cillian
Cillian?
Murphy. Possibly playing James Bond, new James Bond.
Yeah, this is out of
He's a
left
top
field.
runner, right? Out of nowhere.
Well, we finished our last podcast, hit stop. Aaron goes, and your new James Bond is.
Well, yeah, I made it
Any
sound
guesses?
like I made it sound like it was confirmed, but
And we're like, oh,
there's
what?
some rumors going around. I saw it on Barstool, so you never know. That's probably not even true.
Yeah.
But I saw a couple other people talking about it's in the works, or
They're just saying
Rumors.
he's a top runner right now.
I don't know. I still want Richard Madden, but Cillian Murphy's good, man. He's obviously a lot of people know him from Dunkirk and the Dark Knight
Dunkirk.
trilogy. But
Peaky Blinders.
yeah,
Blinders.
Peaky Blinders he's good in. So
28 days later.
you see, he looks more villainy, though,
circle.
right?
He looks like a Bond villain.
I
yeah.
see him. I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, I can't trust that guy.
That
He just looks evil.
That fucking jawline is
His
awesome.
jawline,
it's
yeah.
fantastic.
I would
That's
chew
like
a pack of gum every day to try and get that still. Would never
It's the crimson
come
chin.
close. Yeah.
that's
God.
like a bad guy chin.
That's a bad guy, Chin. You know what I really want for Bond? I want just like a normal, plain-looking dude. I want brute James Bond. We send him in to get shit done. Because when you look at these guys like Daniel Craig, Idris Elba, these good,
Slick.
suave-looking dudes,
Smooth.
they're not fucking spies. There's no way that they're blending in when they go on undercover missions.
Yoo-hoo.
Well, I feel like they
That's just-
would. No, I feel like they do blend in.
You know who
the
be-
Groot wouldn't blend in.
No,
They
no,
pick
okay,
him out
but-
like a sore thumb.
Yeah, but
Yeah, you got to be like classy. You got to be like.
all right,
no,
I'm
wait.
not saying like a true brute. I'm saying like an Ian Glenn, Jorah Mormont. I want that Bond.
Oh.
You know, he's going bald. He's kind of gruff. He's got scars. He's still good looking.
He's got a
English.
reason to do this.
Yeah, but you're not going to pick him out of the crowd. If you see Ian Glenn in a casino,
I'd be like, holy shit, that's Jorah Mormont.
oh my god,
Cover
James-
blown.
Or Michael Cera.
He went so far the other way.
That's so funny. You ever watch Donald Glover's stand up? That's actually funny.
No, even like a
He
Jason
does one.
Statham.
I know, but he does a bit where he was talking about how people wanted him to be Spider-Man, and he had like the trolls go after him. It's like, "Oh, you can't be Spider-Man." It's like, what if Michael Cera was Shaft? And he's like, if Michael Cera was Shaft, I would buy a ticket to that movie every single day. I would go broke if Michael Cera was Shaft. And I think I would do the same thing. If Michael Cera was Bond, I would watch that movie every day for the rest of my life. Because that would be just so fucking funny.
That'd be great. Talk about just being like nonchalant.
You know
Michael Cera.
the Marshmallow Andres? He once said that Michael Cera should be Thanos.
Oh God.
That's a movie I would love to see just every day.
That's why I love This Is the End, just Michael Cera, just how like a nut job he is.
He was funny in it, man.
Yeah.
What is he doing? This is the end?
He slaps Rihanna's ass. He's
Oh,
doing
yeah,
coke,
right.
Blows coke
yeah,
in
yeah.
McLovin's face.
That's such an underrated movie, man.
Stacked.
Yeah, it is. I love Danny McBride's entrance into that.
Yeah.
He just wakes up and
Cooks a
when
little
the shit
food.
goes down,
Yo.
starts playing. Yeah. He's like, "Don't worry, I'm sure the Green Goblin can afford more bacon." Yeah, but no, he definitely looks more like a villain.
But being that Idris Elba pretty much backed out, because he's saying that he doesn't want to do it because of how he's saying how like polarizing 007 is. It's like that like makes your career, and like he doesn't want to be known for.
Yeah, that upsets me
007.
too. That upsets me. Well, for that, you don't want to be typecast, but for somebody to drop out of the role because of all the controversy, his skin color, that upsets me. And they were saying
This is a tough class of actors to pick from. Rich Madden, Murphy, Hiddleston.
I like Note Steady.
Notes
Not
Teddy.
bad.
is
Notes
fucking
Steady.
on
He's-
fire,
You
yeah.
shouldn't even know.
I'm over here peeking. At these notes. What you got there, boy? Hiddleston would be a great Bond. They were talking a long time too. Damian Lewis from
Homeland.
Homeland, from Billions.
You can't go
Is he
wrong with
English?
picking
Oh
anyone.
yeah,
here.
he is English.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he is English. Look at that. Brody from Homeland. No, you can't go. Richard Madden. Just, you know what I love too? His voiceover in the Elton John trailer.
Yeah.
It's so good. I'm like, that's Bond. James Bond.
I like when he does a little wink. I'm like, hell yeah. Stark. Yeah, like a Rob Stark.
He's gonna have all the Thrones hype too.
Well, and he's coming off a Bodyguard.
Yeah, that's a great series.
You know, I read something on Reddit. They talked about if Richard Madden and Kit Harington had switched roles, would they have played the other character better? Because they said that Jon Snow, Kit Harington, wasn't able to portray the emotion of Jon Snow. But then the argument was the writing for Jon on the show was not as good in the book. I don't know. Richard Madden as Jon Snow? That would be weird. He looks like a Tully.
I'm not asking you to forget you. That's John. I can't do a Rob and then do John. You could probably do that.
Richard Madden as Jon?
As Sean.
Whoa, that just blew my mind.
So I just said Kit Harington as John,
Can
but
you
trying
do
to be
Kit
Richard
Harington,
Madden.
They were boys?
They were boys.
They were boys. Yeah, that's how he
Yeah.
Richard Madden. I'm not asking you. Rami Malek as Bond villain. To me, that's fucking perfect.
All right, fine. I'll play Bond.
He's
Jesus Christ.
He's the slowest
You
talker.
guys keep talking about it. All right, I'll do it.
And Lupita Nyong'o, they're saying, is a Bond girl.
Can't wait to see Us. I hear she's so good in it.
You
Hey,
know
I guess we
what?
talk about
I'm
that.
so
100%
pumped for that
on,
movie.
She's
Rotten
creeping up
Tomatoes.
in my top 5. She's one of the fucking best.
Yo,
Top 5.
people are saying this movie is fucking.
I'm like a
Like,
joke.
The advertisements for this movie is
Fucking
ridiculous.
Great
terrifying.
man.
on-running joke.
You know what's funny?
Everything's top 5.
But I'm not joking. She's
It
in my
just
top
shipped.
5.
That's why I
It
don't
just
like.
shifts
That's why I don't like
every
the four-man podcast. Me and Teddy were just having a conversation
I know.
while you guys were having a conversation. We're crossing streams here.
Yeah.
But yeah,
get
the
back.
early reviews for Us, man. It's funny too how
Where
good
did this guy
reviews
come from?
Good reviews for a horror movie
Seriously.
make me want to see it less. It's like terrifying,
Really?
disturbing, make you shit your pants and cry yourself to sleep. It's like I don't want to do that.
I'm worried like the trailer is scary, so I wonder how scary the movie's gonna be. Like if they put.
I
a lot
hear
of
it's
this-
fucking pretty brutal. That's awesome, man. I
But
can't
it
wait
seems
to
like
see
it's more of like a terrifying movie. Like it's gonna scare you after. Like you're just gonna think about it. Like it's not gonna be a lot of jump scares.
Like getting in the car and wearing
Yeah,
like one of
dude.
those people looking in your rear view mirror.
That like violin, like creepy music, like freaks me out, man. Like,
Yeah.
did I nail that?
Just like the faces.
Yeah,
I knew
that scared
exactly
me.
what you were talking about. Yeah. I just got goosebumps.
Just like the faces. Like when people like
Goosey.
when they just make weird faces and they're still. and
Yeah.
they're like she's laughing. I'm like, that's fucking creepy,
Yeah,
man.
when she does that. what the fuck?
With
is
the violin in the
going
background.
on? Yeah.
I just want to
I
see
got
what she does
five
with that
on
sword.
I love the shot too of the kid.
That's like this year's Henry Cavill fistcock for me. That's what Lupita Nyong'o does with that fucking sword.
Yeah. Well, the fist cock is never going to be beaten.
Oh,
in
no,
the-
never.
in the trailer because they added the gun noises,
Yeah.
and I'm
What
so
was it?
mad they didn't keep them in the movie. When Henry Cavill, you
Oh.
didn't see Mission Impossible,
No.
you bum.
No, but I know what you're talking about. He's putting his things up, right? Is
Dude
that what it
literally
is?
charges fists like.
So this guy's about to go 2 for 2. His first 2 movies. Like
3 for 3, Keanu.
That was good.
He
That was
did-
fun. I liked it.
it was
I-
funny, but he didn't direct it.
Yeah, but he wrote it.
Yeah, I guess.
A little cute cat.
That was a funny movie, underrated. But
when he has to do the backflip.
you think he switches it up, or you keep going in horror?
No, he seems to like. He said he's got like 5 or 6 horror scripts.
Hell yeah.
You know what's amazing
I
about
can
it
jump
too?
aboard him.
He had such high expectations after Get Out. Now that like this movie is coming out and has 100% on Rotten Tomatoes,
It looks
it's
like
supposed
this
to-
movie is going to be the one that makes people think Get Out's not as good. That happens a lot too. When a new director comes out with a great movie and then his next one is even better, and it's like, oh, Get Out was kind of a letdown compared to this one, because the concept for this
That
movie
sucks if that happens.
This movie seems like such an enigma.
Well, they're very different movies.
Right, but Get Out was kind of, there are obviously underlining themes, but it's not, it's kind of self-explanatory. It's just very well made. This looks a bit heavier.
I still don't even
Yeah.
know what's going on.
I love what he's doing.
That's the thing.
I love what he's doing with horror, where he's making you think during horror movies now. It's not jump scares anymore.
Well, it's a
You
renaissance
gotta actually
of
try and
horror
figure
now.
out what's happening.
Yeah, horror has become, it's this new age of horror where the movies are.
I think he's
actually-
saving it. I think he's saving horror.
Well, horror as a genre too, it's very perplexing because it's one of my least favorite genres, but when it's done right, it's probably my favorite genre. If you look like Hereditary or even Hill House, like those are masterful pieces of horror, and I think just the emotion that you can go from, you take different elements from different genres and you incorporate it all into a horror story, so you're feeling every emotion. Sometimes you're laughing, then you're scared, then there's suspense, and then there's actual drama. And you can really hit on all levels. But most of the time, horror is just cheap garbage.
Yeah.
But when it's done right, especially like Hereditary too, it's just
Simultaneously the easiest and hardest genre to work in. Because
you can make a Blumhouse fucking $5 million budget. It'll make 70 just because the trailer just shows
they
like
did make Get Out.
somebody making. Well, they do hit
I
like
want to know.
they
I
do
wanna
hit
know
or
who did,
miss. But I mean,
A24 is the
Conjuring.
best horror studio.
yeah,
You see Ari Aster's new movie?
was that the dance one?
Yes. I can't remember
What's
the
it
name
called?
of it.
Yeah, I saw the trailer for that a while ago. I've been wanting to see that. It's coming
Stats?
out, right?
Stats?
Isn't it out?
I think it's coming out this summer, I thought. But Hereditary, obviously Ari Aster, and I think his
he
name
wants
is
to-
Robert Eggers for The Witch. I rewatched The Witch a couple months ago. Still one of the best movies of that year for me, 2016. So yeah, what you said about horror is spot on, and this looks amazing.
Thank you.
Are we all seeing it?
Sign me up.
Tickets been.
Elena's terrified. She
I don't
doesn't
know
wanna
why
see it.
the pre-sale's been out for a while. We fucking slept on that.
Did you check the seats?
No, I'm sure it'll be. We get seats Saturday or Sunday. Friday. I don't know about Thursday though.
They're throwing ads out like crazy. I think people have seen this movie.
5 on it.
Should be good.
It's a good ending.
Perfect. Yeah, good ending.
Wait, we got
3 for
Captain
3.
Marvel.
Yeah, I guess we'll go to Captain Marvel box office.
153 million opening week.
Yeah,
455 global. I don't even have notes, Teddy.
It's
This
over
is just
500.
fucking memory. So fuck you and your notes.
it's over 500 million worldwide.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I saw the projections.
I got
yesterday,
455.
I was waiting for you to just, as soon as Aaron said that, just delete it. Oh, okay.
Bangs the laptop.
I got another note. It's number 6 all time
Already for what?
for
For I think
global.
March openings, but I was actually looking.
No, it's like global. There's
That's not global all time, Ted. I was actually looking at the
notes.
numbers last night, and I got into a rabbit hole of just box office numbers. Avatar, man, so perplexing. $2.7 billion. Jesus Christ. And
How much?
And with the inflation too, that kind of throws everything.
Avatar it's like figuring out how World War I started. It's that
But
complex.
there's so little movies that have grossed $1 billion. Like it kind of. I mean, there's obviously.
What's it, like 18 now, right? Overall?
Yeah,
Something
but like
that?
now, I guess recently it's always been like, oh, this is reaching $1 billion. It's kind of like weird that it's still so like Rogue One made $1 billion, and people are like, oh, Rogue One, they kind of throw it away, but that's a fucking tremendous feat for that
It's
movie.
become like the triple double.
Yeah.
Because so many people are doing it now that we've
like
lessened
Jurassic
it.
World is like top. It's
1.6 billion.
yeah,
Damn it.
Jurassic World's like number 6 worldwide.
I was
right?
right.
No, it was just this. It was just the
Teddy,
opening
pull up
weekend.
since you got the notes here.
6th all time.
Pull up.
The closest one is How to Train Your Dragon at 36 million.
Pull up. Highest grossing movies of all time.
Speaking about Avatar, I went to
You know,
some
we could
kid's
just get an
house.
Alexa to do his job, right? Joking.
God.
Ted, do you do Jeopardy?
You want me to?
What were you saying?
I actually went to a pig roast at some I swear to God.
Are you gonna
pig-
tie this into Avatar?
Yeah,
Okay,
big-
let's see this.
the kid that
Aaron's
the
recording
kid's
you.
dad.
No, not recording. But I was just thinking of like
Wow.
a bunch of people surrounding a
Long
actual
story short, the
pig.
kid's dad helped with the camera lenses for the movie or something like that, or was involved. And I went to the house. Yeah, you could definitely believe this person was definitely
You got a
involved with
cut
this
of that
movie.
box office.
Oh yeah, He definitely got a
Is
pretty
Avatar
penny
for
from that.
real? 2.7, almost 2.8 billion.
Oh yeah, no.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
so Jurassic World is 5 all time with 1.6.
Well, adjusted is like Gone with the Wind. I think is number
Incredibles
one.
2's up there.
Furious 7?
Wow, Aquaman number 20.
Gone with the Wind, I'm pretty sure is still number 1.
Of
adjusted
adjusted.
for inflation, yeah. Because that's all they had to do back then.
Inflation, man. That's
Shawshank
crazy.
Redemption really fucking took a bad.
Is there any way to profit off
Picked a
inflation?
bad weekend to come out.
When did it come out? With Titanic?
With Titanic, yeah. It's like one of the greatest
Counter
movies.
programming.
What was it?
Shawshank Redemption.
Zootopia?
Probably not. What?
You know what? I
Zootopia?
feel like Shawshank is.
Number 35.
A lot of people look at Shawshank like I look at Forrest Gump, where it's become underrated now, where people like to hate on it. Do you guys like Shawshank?
I love
Yeah.
Shawshank.
Yeah, it's
Love
one of the
Shawshank.
best, right?
It's a movie where I don't think I've ever watched it, like, put it on, like, sort it out, like, on demand or put in the Blu-ray. It's just like, oh, it's on AMC, so I'm gonna watch
Yeah,
it.
you're gonna watch it.
And when you catch it from the beginning, that's always a good day. It's like nice.
It's a good timing.
Yeah, it's good timing.
All right, hold on.
That's weird too. I was watching Thor, the original Thor.
R.I.P. Brooks, by the way.
Yeah, he was there.
Brooks was here.
He was there. I was watching
Get ready
Thor,
for Bo was here.
the whole movie yesterday on FX. And but it's like I would never put this on. I would never put it in the Blu-ray, never watch it on Netflix. But just because it's on TV at that certain time,
Well, you
I'll
don't
watch
have
the
to. It's
whole
on
thing.
TNT every day at 7
We're just gonna
o'clock.
let that
What is
go.
this?
What? But it's weird how you'll watch something on TV, but you won't watch it on any other medium. Even if you have
Shawshank
the
Redemption
Blu-ray.
and The Dark Knight are on TNT every day at the same time. I don't know.
No, I'm
how
talking
they
about
do it.
Thor.
I was just
not
gonna
even
say-
like
Oh,
Shawshank.
Thor.
Dark
yeah.
Knight
They're
Rises.
terrible
Where is it
movies.
on top 50? What do you think?
It's just made over $1 billion. Oh no, it Rises.
Dark Knight Rises
I-
made what, like 1.1 billion?
Yeah, close.
I'm going to say it's
There's just looking.
16th.
No.
I'm not guessing.
What do you got? 1 through 50. Just throw a number out.
You gotta round that up, Ted.
22.
25. Yeah,
I thought it was only like 18. Now it's like 50.
Minions? Are you kidding me? At 18?
The cucaracha? I still love that joke.
So Captain Marvel, think he'll get $1 billion?
It's gonna. I'm gonna say it ends up. I said the same thing with Black Panther. It's like it's gonna end up at like 900 million. Black Panther made like 1.3.
Yeah.
I don't know how the fuck Aquaman made all that money.
Global.
December box office, yeah, global. I think Captain Marvel's kind of exceeding expectations. I don't think it hits $1 billion. I'd say high 800 million, low 900.
Yeah, but you get to see us coming, though.
And Endgame's gonna fucking.
No, I
Like
saw
Rotten
it coming.
Tomatoes 80.
I
a
saw
woman
it
lead.
coming.
Yeah, I saw it
the
coming.
thing about
Everyone's seen this movie.
The thing about Captain Marvel though is Black Panther had, I think, what, an extra month or two between it and Infinity War.
Yeah, that was the only thing to see. So
Black Panther
No, but
had
I'm saying it
cameos,
came out
though,
in
and-
February. This is a little later in March,
I
so
know.
you're basically cutting a month
agreeing.
off of that back end box office.
Do me a favor, check that list and see if Rugrats Go to Paris is on that.
Actually, that better be
It's
on
an
there.
international movie as well. So
where's Kangaroo Jack on that?
I wonder. Yeah, do you think Black Panther
Let's all
having?
take a guess on what Rugrats in Paris made worldwide. I'm gonna say 72 million.
You got the French box office too. Yeah, they're in Paris.
yeah,
I think
I'm
they were
gonna go with
probably
50.
offended by that.
I'm saying 50.
Who are these Rugrats? Who are the rats on the rug?
Rugrats. I'm
Indoor
going
rat is a mouse.
Kids are
It's a
smoking
mouse
fucking
rat.
cigarettes.
like one
fucking
of those
love-
sticks.
I love that Family Guy movie. Joke. It's like a French guy smoking a cigarette
is not a movie.
is not a movie.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Give me. I'm gonna go 184. I'm going high.
Like 40 million.
103 million.
Really?
Yeah.
Awesome.
So I win
Domestic
that, right?
76.
Adjusted. That's
foreign-
like a.
Yeah,
that
I
might
went
be
way over.
That might be over by Avatar.
Domestic 76, foreign
Say a
26.
cool 300 mil.
Opening weekend, it made 22 million.
301, Bob.
Wait, let's let's guess Kangaroo Jack.
That's a
here.
good. We should do that.
I'm gonna say Kangaroo Jack made.
25 million.
I'm gonna say like 15 million.
Bankrupt.
All right, here it is. It's another. We established on a
This
pre-
guy Kangaroo Jack's homeless now.
we established on a previous podcast, right, that you can verbally patent something.
I guess we did,
established
yeah,
that. So I'm patenting Price is Right, but for box office movie. We'll get Drew Carey. We'll get the whole thing.
What's everyone's guesses?
Mine's 15 million.
But if you go over, you can't go over. It went 25.
Give me 21.
$1.
88 million.
Shit.
Oh my God.
Kangaroo Jack put in the
Ballin'.
bucks. Yeah.
66 domestic, 21 foreign.
dollars in his
It was
pouch.
Michael Shannon probably.
Opening weekend, 16 million.
Counted for half of
And
that.
Anthony Anderson.
Michael Shannon is in that, right?
Yeah.
He's not Jack.
Who played Kangaroo Jack?
Michael Shannon.
Yeah, what? Did he?
No, I don't know.
Michael Shannon talking out the side of his mouth is Kangaroo Jack.
So yeah,
Wait, real
Price is Right, but for movie box office. Someone probably did
Is
it
that
already,
our honest trailers?
but I patented it.
That's our. They got the Schmodown movie fights. We've got Price is Right movie box office.
Yeah.
That's our thing.
Give me Pootie Tang.
No. That's,
I'm gonna try and mention Pootie Tang in the next 5 podcasts.
That's got to
in a
be
row.
your
Yeah.
That's got to be your thing.
That's my
How can you
patent.
squeeze in Pootie Tang?
do you guys
Shout out
think?
Tay.
Hold on. Do you think Captain Marvel not having any cameos hurt it in any other Avengers or Marvel movies?
No.
Having it be an origin film?
No, it's Black Panther didn't have anything either.
Yeah, he had some cameos. Well, one actually. Not some.
Yeah, and that was post credits, so no one even knew.
Yeah. No, he was in Civil War.
Oh, you're talking about the introduction being in the
Yeah,
solo.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. I thought you meant cameos from other Avengers.
Oh no, no.
Kind of like, all right. No, I mean, I don't think that has much to do with it because,
It's solely based on advertisements for Captain Marvel.
yeah, and it's, I guess, a bit of a reputation of comic book fans, but I think you just slap Marvel on it and
Yeah, that's true.
you're gonna do well regardless. So, no, I don't think that has much to do with it.
All right, you guys want to go to fan questions here?
Sure.
Sure.
I feel like we're forgetting something. What do you got in your notes, Ted?
I deleted a lot. All I got left Captain Marvel. I'm just gonna delete that right now.
One fine day with the wolf.
Guess
on
Rush
the
Hour.
her baby was
I
born.
screen ranted already.
Guess Rush Hour.
It's so funny. I hate Screen Rant, but that's like the only place I go for news.
180.
Now you going up now?
201.
Chris Tucker became
Wait, which
the
one though? Which one should I put? Rush Hour what?
Rush Hour 1.
I saw a commercial yesterday for Crimes of Grindelwald
Sheesh.
with the Blu-ray with extended footage. Like, no thanks.
I will never watch that movie ever again in my life. Did you see it?
It was that bad? I didn't
It's
see
bad.
it.
Yeah, it's really bad.
Oh, I saw the Snowman yesterday. I was telling Bo.
That's hard. It's a horrible movie.
Oh boy.
Why?
Nash didn't like Roma.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of Roma.
Oh, I knew that.
Don't do that.
No, yeah, don't belittle
Nash
me.
likes good movies.
Yeah.
He likes Suspiria.
Yes.
No, he didn't.
Yes, I did.
Yes, he did.
It was just fucking very weird.
You did not like Suspiria when we first left.
Yes, he did.
Yes, I
No,
did.
you didn't.
I was
was confused,
yeah, I was
but he
confused,
didn't- he
and
didn't
then
say he
as we were
disliked-
driving, I was like, I kind of like this
He
fucking
likes Phantom
movie.
Thread.
Yeah, because you heard him. He liked it. You didn't want to feel stupid.
No, you saw me in the movie theater with my
Nash,
hands up the whole time.
Nash texted me. He was like, Roma stunk.
Yeah, that.
And I talked for like a year the other day about how much I
Yeah,
love
I wasn't
Roma.
a fan of Roma.
Wow.
I really wasn't.
Nash doesn't do that. I tried to get him to watch Pirates of the Caribbean 3, and he complained the whole time. It's
You
like,
don't
why
like
are we
pirates?
watching this movie?
No.
I don't
Well,
like pirates.
Well, he doesn't like Johnny Depp though.
He likes dinos, though.
If you're on at FX,
Treasure, right there. Go
you're
get
on
it. Open it up. Why not? Yeah, we don't need Johnny. Okay, we get
Johnny,
it, bro.
are you drunk?
Yeah. What's wrong with you?
He might be.
No, Roma was
I think he was.
very boring and
A lot of the movie.
depressing, and
Yeah, but what was it trying to be? you think?
yeah, I don't know what it was trying to be. That's Aaron's go-to.
Also, I was watching Guardians. I think it's better than Winter Soldier. Watching it again last night. It's so good, man. Love that fucking movie.
It could be
weird. I
better
just-
than Winter Soldier. It's
I just
not
watched
better
that
than
too
Infinity
yesterday.
War, so.
FX?
What?
FX?
No, on oh yeah, it was on Netflix. FX.
Yeah.
It's on Netflix too though.
I'll watch anything if it's on FX. I swear to God. I watched like fucking.
I was going back
I
and
watched
forth.
Pixels like 2 weeks ago.
I was going back and forth
Terrible.
with that.
But I
and,
wouldn't change the channel.
Short Hacksaw Ridge.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, I finished Ozark.
Good show, right?
Ridge.
Oh, that show's amazing, man.
What you did to us at Hacksaw Ridge, I'll never forgive you.
What did I do?
The seating that you picked.
What do you mean?
I remember we went to go see. Were you with us when we saw Juno? A while
You
back.
guys
I
went to go
remember
see
that.
Juno all together.
It was like
I probably
It's
did.
like a bunch of our friends, and it was during the Giants-Packers playoff game. I think their first run, and someone
Yeah, it's got to be.
and someone in the theater announced the Giants won. And everyone's
Oh yeah, you guys
everyone,
missed that.
Everyone
for Juno?
clapped. I'm not a fucking Giants fan. I don't care.
It's
It's
football.
not playoff football.
Yeah, it was like what 10th grade.
Yeah, I love football, so I probably wasn't there.
It's 9th grade. Get it right.
Oh, sorry.
Make that quite clear.
Yeah, can you back it up, dude?
All right, let's do
Your arm
fan
hair
questions
just
here.
tickled me.
First one
I'm
here
nowhere
from
near you.
But when you were swinging your arm before,
Chris
it was tickling
Correa.
my arm.
Yeah,
Hey, what's
you
up,
look
guys? Question.
Kind of.
I was rewatching the 76th Annual Academy Awards on YouTube when Return of the King swept everything. I have 3 questions. Did you agree with that, or were there maybe other nominees that deserved it more? Do you enjoy the film? Are you guys a fan of the trilogy? And do you think it's the best trilogy ever?
Was that 03?
Yeah, Ted, can you look that up? 2003 Oscars?
Got it.
I mean, Return of the King deserves to win every year that it's ever that there's ever been an Oscar.
Yeah, I feel like doubly so because they didn't give it to Two Towers or Fellowship for Best
I think
Picture.
the Fellowship
It
is the
beat
best one.
Seabiscuit, Mystic River, Lost in Translation, and Master and Commander.
Ooh, bad year. Mystic Rivers.
Once you said Seabiscuit, I'm like, oof.
Director got Lord of the Rings.
Oh, no,
Master
yeah,
and
they-
Commander, Mystic River.
What they get? Double
City of
digits,
God.
right?
Yeah, I think they got 10 altogether.
1, 2.
11.
Best cinematography.
Damn.
Yeah, 11. Cinematography, editing. I think Howard Shore won for best score.
Adapted screenplay.
Talk about going hard in the paint.
3, 4, 5, 6.
No
7,
actor wins.
8,
Yeah.
9.
I'm pretty sure Ian McKellen was nominated for
10,
best supporting for
11.
Fellowship. I don't know if he was for Return of the King.
But
Elijah Wood didn't win it.
No,
I got 11.
that's what I got.
11 dubs.
I'm fucking good, man. I fucking hate myself.
Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers. This is for Best Picture. Chicago, Gangs of New York, The Hours, The Pianist. Who won it? Do you know it already?
For 2002?
Yeah.
Chicago.
Yeah. Best Director.
Name the best pictures again?
Best Pictures? Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, Chicago, Gangs of New York, The Hours, The Pianist.
Oh, Polanski. Roman Polanski.
Yeah. How do you know that? Best Actor.
Adrian Brody.
Yeah, The Pianist.
So are you guys fans of the Lord of the Rings trilogy? I know you are.
Yeah. I think I should have won.
I've only went through Lord of the Rings once, so I liked it, but I can't go off about it.
I'm long overdue for a Lord of the Rings rewatch.
Me too.
One of the best feelings. I haven't actually saw it on in a while, but when it was Sunday,
That score is so good.
when you would wake up and all of them would play
And
on
the
TV.
acting.
It was just on TV.
It's always on TV, but I haven't caught it in a while. Just the perfect time when you wake up and it's just starting and you get to
Favorite
watch all
one?
three. It changes all the time. I'm a big Fellowship guy.
I love Fellowship, man.
Yeah.
I just
was-
love the quest.
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
on the scene when I put
what
it
it's
on.
about, man.
I forget which one it
Quest.
was. It was
Why couldn't they just fly the Eagles? Because it's about the quest.
that's the cinematography when he's in the cage with the dragon and he's going through he has the ring and he's invisible and it's all blurry and then he takes it off and it goes to normal.
What'd you say?
When he's in the
Why'd you?
yeah.
What the fuck did you just say?
So appalled.
I'm saying the
wasn't
cinematography
listen-
was crazy.
I wasn't listening, and I just heard a glimpse. Were you talking about The Hobbit
Is that what it was?
when he's in the,
No,
the
wasn't it?
dragon with
Is-
Smog and the gold?
Is it the Hobbit? I don't know. I thought it was Lord of the Rings.
When he's
He has the ring and he's in the dragon's.
with
Keep, I
all the
guess.
gold and all
Yeah.
the treasure. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Smog. That's the Hobbit.
Oh, that wasn't Lord of the Rings.
Sorry.
Good shot though.
Same character.
Do you think Frodo and Bilbo are the same fucking character, Ted?
No, they're in the same movie though in Lord of the Rings.
I know. I'm joking. I'm trying to overhype it. I don't
fucking-
care.
Dobby
Heart's
was not
racing
in
right now.
Lord of the
Best trilogy of all time. Dobby.
Toy Story.
Yeah, he's got you there.
Not a trilogy. Having 4 movies.
Didn't happen yet.
Yeah. Wait. Hold on to that for another month and a half.
All right, this question here from Michael Williams. Hey, Nerd Soup crew. Hey,
What's
Mike.
up, Mike?
Love your videos and podcasts. Question: when a movie has a producer, director, and writer, how is it that the studio has final say? What is the role of a studio?
Funding?
Money.
Yeah, money. Well,
If you
studio,
fund it, you can pick.
That's why the studio has final say
Dollar
because
dollar
they're paying
bill,
for it.
yo.
And it's rare you get you get these big directors, and then they get total control. But even then, the studio they're gonna get some pushback. Somebody said, I forget who it was. I think it was who's the guy that makes all the comedies? Funny
Judd
guy,
Apatow?
Judd Apatow. I think it was Judd Apatow. It was like when the studio gives you 10 suggestions, you take one and say that's a really good suggestion, and then the studio gets really proud of themselves. Like, yeah, we're helping too.
Or the old
And that's
trick
it.
where you incept them and thinking it's their idea.
Right, yeah. So sometimes, I mean, we've seen this before. Movies by committee. That's what people complain about with Marvel. That Feige, that the guys upstairs have too much control. But I would push back against that. There's obviously a template that you need to follow when you're coming into the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
And you need it for continuity, and that's in that sense for the MCU. Like
Yeah.
certain circumstances, the 2 C's they really trick you up there. But certain
trick you up?
circumstances, you need someone up top to.
But I
make
think
sure
that's
everything
what's
flows smoothly.
I think that's
Trick
what's doing the
Daddy.
DC wrong though. The DC universe.
Are you just making a hip hop reference?
What is it?
Dollar dollar bill, yeah. Trick Daddy.
Trick Daddy.
Yeah, it's like for the big studios that are making these big blockbusters, you can tell why. You know, the producer, he's got the role. They've got to take care of locations. They're dealing with casting. They're dealing with financing. The director is hands-on. He's there on the set. But we hear stories all the time about producers that are getting too hands-on, and then there's pushback between him and the director. You look at what Star Wars has done. just taking directors off of movies.
No,
Like Nash
Jets,
is brushing his teeth.
Now we're
Jets just signed Anthony
thumbs up
Barr.
at each other. Anthony
Oh,
Barr.
nice.
That's a good sign.
Hell of a pickup. Yeah.
So I think it's a unique situation. You think of a studio like A24, you can tell that they're letting their directors and writers have full control. There's no studio meddling with A24 because all of those movies are very unique. You don't come into, well, you kind of have to come in and say, hey, I've got a great movie, and it's only going to cost $5 million. And A24 is like, go ahead.
I feel like a lot of times they get like a bad rap, but there's probably so many instances where studios save directors from making terrible mistakes by stepping in. Because
Yeah, but then
everyone's
that
like,
one
everyone,
mistake is fucking.
but everyone's like always like, no, let the director, which I agree with, let the director make the movie he wants. But
You picked him for a reason.
yeah, so I agree with that take. But I feel like every time that happens and there's studio interference, either A, people think it's going to be a terrible movie, or they yell at the studio. But I guess certain aspects, especially budget control, that's needed. And I just want to think, like, I wish, like, there's like an instance where, like, I don't know, like a classic movie could have gone terribly wrong unless the studio
Yeah,
jumps
right.
in.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of, George Lucas, they say it all the time, that people give him too much credit for Star Wars. And that's the thing. Filmmaking is a collaborative process. It's hundreds of people. When you watch the credits, you see all the people that go into it. So I think sometimes we give too much credit to the director. But then there are movies like movies that shoot in 3 weeks, like Spike Lee's Do the Right Thing. There wasn't much studio meddling for, Do the Right Thing. They shot it in a couple of weeks. He wrote it in like 3 days. So there you go. It's unique.
If you owned the studio, what would be the name of it?
That's tough.
Watch this.
Hot Boys.
Magnificent.
Hot Boy Studio?
Magnificent.
Really good movie corporation company.
I like that. Really good movies.
Yeah.
Can I get
You
I get
suck.
a job there?
I like that too.
Well, that's what.
Can I get a job there, studios?
Can I get a job there? Do you like this movie? Inc. This question here comes from the Bows.
Ooh.
I thought you were going to say.
Oh wait, I didn't do my. I wanted to say, give me my phone, Mike.
Look who crawling, still
My
balling.
phone. Wait at.
Wait at Mike.
What's your opinions on Batman Begins? Keep up the good work. Love from Sweden.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Love the Swedes.
Neutral.
Went to Ike.
Neutral. All right. See ya.
That's what Sweden's known for. The meatballs and being neutral all the time.
And IKEA.
And IKEA.
Good stuff.
Shout out IKEA.
You know what? People bitch and complain about IKEA. I'm in and out. You just got to know how to duck
Bob
and
and
dodge.
weave,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's the thing. I love Batman Begins. A lot of people think that it's better than The Dark Knight.
Eesh.
That's a debate.
That's a push.
I think it's better than Dark Knight Rises.
That's not a debate. It is.
I'm just saying.
Okay, well.
It's not an IMDb.
Wait, you're saying people are saying it's better than The Dark Knight or Dark Knight Rises?
The Dark Knight.
That's
the
that's
debate.
a force.
Because people say Batman Begins is a better Batman movie. The Dark Knight is a Joker movie.
Ooh.
That's what they say.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that.
Batman Begins is awesome. People
great
criticize
origin.
the third act. I like the third act, too.
No, it's really a perfect origin story if you think about it.
I always say there's only one part of the Batman Begins that I don't like, and it's when he doesn't know chemistry. And it just bothers me.
Yeah.
Oh, chemistry is so hard.
Yeah, but he's Batman.
That was the only
He's
class.
Supposed to know everything.
This.
He's supposed to know everything.
That was the only class I almost failed in my entire life. Chemistry. So hard.
That was the only class I've ever
Got like a 68, and I was like,
I didn't got to take it.
I was devastated.
That was in resource.
Taking marine biology.
I didn't have to take it. Yeah, I took marine biology.
Oh, that must have been fun.
My mom screwed me.
Do you guys like Batman Begins?
That's pretty good.
I love it.
Name 3 albums.
3 albums?
Hey, you like Batman Begins so much? Name 3 albums.
What are you talking about? What's the joke?
Oh, Teddy.
What's the joke?
It's nothing.
What's the joke?
It's like, oh, every time someone says they like an artist, like, oh yeah, name 3 albums.
Oh.
And the meme like kind of took on its face of its own.
I'm like, wait, was there albums in the movie?
It's like, oh, you celebrating Christmas? Name the 3 Jesus albums. Shit like that.
Okay.
This question here comes from Reese. Greetings from the UK. Love the podcast and the channel.
T.
On the back of Olivia Colman's Oscar win, I was
Crumpets.
wondering if you guys have ever seen Peep Show. If not, what are your opinions on British comedies like The Office UK and Fawlty Towers, etc.? Also, I'm going to New York for the first time this year. What are your top 5 places to visit from an actual New Yorker's perspective? Keep up the great work.
Well,
Thanks,
I
Reese.
wish you would have said we're in the city or Long Island.
Sure, the city.
I'm sure the city.
I
International.
don't think anyone
soup.
comes from overseas is
Going
gonna
to
fucking.
Buffalo.
You could be going to Montauk.
You
Where
can
you
go
going to
see
New York? Oh,
Rochester.
Yeah, the governor's mansion.
going to the city? No, Albany.
But we're international soup. We acquire a taste
Well, the
all over
thing,
the
I
world.
mean, I saw the Onion article. It's like New Yorkers know you're a New Yorker if you haven't been to the Statue of Liberty.
Or the tree.
Oh, the tree. Well, I don't think he's coming at Christmas.
No. I'm saying. It's a signature thing.
You know, you go to
Rockefeller Center.
go to a Yankee game.
Top 5 places. For
Central
tourists?
Park.
I don't know.
Central Park.
Penn Station.
I'm in the
Statue of
city.
Liberty.
No, Grand Central Station.
I get
Central
in. I
Park.
get in and get out.
What museum? What,
You're the fucking worst in the city.
I don't like it.
You pull out
No, I
cigarettes.
know.
You're
Yeah.
like, where are we going? How far is it? Where we? You know where we're
It's
going?
too much hustle and
Where's
bustle,
north?
man.
The
Where's-
train
where-
ride. You were giving me stress on the train
Wow. I don't like trains.
because you were so like antsy. I'm like,
I don't
can
like
you relax?
trains.
This kid wants to go to Tennessee. I'm like, I'm not going to fucking Subway with you, dude. I'm never going
I'm
out
good
socially
on, good
with
on
you
flights.
I'm sure you're fucking perfect.
I'm a
on
delight on
flights.
flights. I fly all the time.
The Museum
Why
of
do you
Natural
hate
History.
trains but like planes?
I don't like subways. Teddy's just overreacting. He has no idea
You
what he's
don't like
talking
anything.
about. And when we go to the
I'm not
city too,
overreacting.
we never know where we're going. We're always running late. There's so much.
We never
shit
where we
going
were
on.
going. We
Yeah.
go like the wrong direction for 2 minutes, and then I'll pull out my phone and be like, "We have to turn around."
Yeah.
And you're like, "Oh my god, we're lost."
I'm never gonna get those.
We're
two blocks
lost.
away.
we didn't leave yet.
Aaron, Penn Station is literally 5 steps that way. We're right where we started.
You know.
But he pulls out his cigarettes. He's like, huffing and puffing.
The trick is to get a couple Long Island iced teas in him, and he's the best to hang out
No,
with.
drunk Aaron is more pleasant than regular Aaron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
a shame.
true.
He's a lot nicer than me.
What do you guys have? You guys seen the UK Office? It's a lot nicer to me.
Yeah.
That sounded so sad.
I've seen like clips, but I haven't watched the show.
Better than the regular Office.
You think
Hot
so?
take.
It was tough for me to watch as I'm so used to the
Faulty Towers is good too. That's one of the. I haven't seen a lot of it. It's one of the Monty Python guys. Oh, what's his name? The really British guy from Rat Race. He was the villain in Rat Race.
Mr. Bean.
No, not Mr. Bean. John Cleese.
Johnny English.
That's Mr. Bean.
Oh, okay.
Father Ted is a great British TV show, but I hear Peep Show's really good too.
I saw a British comedy. It was like called "This Is Not How to Live Your Life" or something like that, and it was pretty. It was actually really funny.
Was it about me?
Yeah, it's about all 4 of us just sitting in this room right now.
Hello. Just had to throw that in. Hello, Ted, can you talk it to your mic?
I'm not saying anything.
Talk it to it.
Hello.
Okay. Just making
no.
sure. No, it's working. Thank God.
That'd have been funny to just like put the recording out there with Teddy's voice, not like there,
Not good.
but
Just
then
blank.
us answering it to see like what he would have said.
Oh, yeah, that'd be real funny. Yeah. Real funny. Yeah.
Yeah, 2 LITs,
Destroy the whole
please.
fucking show.
Uber Eats.
Yeah.
This question here comes from
It's
David
funny, huh?
Lannister
You really think that's funny? I think it's a big riot, huh?
and Nerdy Lannister. Thoughts on Oscar Isaac as Solid Snake in the Metal Gear Solid movie?
They're making a Metal Gear Solid movie?
They are.
That's sick.
Yeah, John Voight Roberts, director of Kong Skull Island.
Oh.
Yeah, Oscar Isaac straight up said, he was like, give me that role, boy.
I like
bet.
Oscar Isaac, so that's cool.
You know what? I don't love that casting. I think Chris Evans would be perfect. I think Chris Evans would be great, and
Yeah.
Christian Bale. Christian Bale came out. He's like, "Oh, I played the games, and my kids played them, so I like to do it." So that would be cool. Do you guys play Metal Gear?
Nope.
I did.
You did? 5?
No, like the original.
Oh, I see you, Nash. Always surprising me.
At my dad's firehouse. They had a PlayStation there.
Oh, retro.
Yep.
See you, boy. Solid Snake checking out.
Oh, yeah, I played this. It's fucking sick. I love this game.
I guess they're all just playing video games while
That and,
houses are burning down. Huh?
What was it? Was it?
Yeah.
That's what that. When I used to go to my dad's firehouse, they were just all playing Xbox. We used to play NHL all the time. Being a fireman is
My dad didn't have a firehouse.
99%.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
What?
I know where you're going with this. Don't do it.
That story.
Say he's not a fireman.
Are you thinking about the 9/11 story?
Oh no. That one's great. But no.
All right, so that's really. We had an email question too. Somebody asked us, and it's another question that kind of directed towards me. They asked me my favorite character in Full Metal Alchemist and My Hero. So I would go Eraserhead for My Hero, and for Full Metal Alchemist, Edward Elric. You guys should watch Full Metal Alchemist.
Roger that.
Did no one else hear that?
The breathing?
It sounded like he was fucking snoring.
He's been doing it all. You guys haven't heard it the whole time?
It was.
You've been doing it the whole time, but I'm roll with the punches.
Give me
Ride or
a,
die, brother.
I just
give
noticed
me
it.
a nudge.
That's all right.
Was it?
No, he does that in the movie theater too. I think he's sleeping.
Is it that bad?
He's just breathing.
I always take a
I'm a
peek
mouth
over
breather?
at Teddy.
Yeah. Sorry that we had to break this to you on
That's
the podcast.
devastating.
It'd be your own boys.
Devastating.
It'd be your own homies.
All right, yeah, that's Nerds
I got a
Who
question.
Okay.
For you guys. Well, it's something we all can do, and with everyone listening too.
No
Like,
planned bits.
It's not a planned bit.
Yeah, he's going. For the
I need to
top right
take a double dose of my antidepressants after you, man. Jesus Lord.
now. All right, go ahead.
All right, go on.
All right, you might have a problem. You should go see a doctor.
Can I get some of those?
Wow, it's just I'm trying to have a pleasant idea for our fans and us to
All right,
interact
let's hear it
together.
pleasant.
The
This
match March bracket,
year
yeah,
game
like an actual NCAA. What the fuck are you talking about?
That was one of your
Yeah, that was like a year ago.
Last
like
March.
last year,
Yeah, last March. But this time,
last December.
This is new March.
no, on Yahoo, I'll make like a public account. Everyone can join in, and the winner gets like a fucking I don't know. We'll make up a prize. I
So
think
does that
it's
mean
fun.
Custom
I can
made
join?
T-shirt.
Yeah, you can win. I'll probably prefer it because then we just
Date
give-
with Nash.
You're not gonna give you the prize.
It'd be us
Yeah,
four.
why
I
not?
hope you know 80% of our audience is dudes. So
It's cool.
Like an Amazon card, maybe a T-shirt. I don't know. I'm still infancy of this thinking.
I'm getting the
process.
prize if I win.
You're not getting shit. If we win, we just give you a nice firm handshake. People are like, yeah, let's
Check the comments
I
when this
like
goes
that.
down,
A nice
we'll see what
lunch
they
for
say.
me. It's like, what did I lose?
you had the worst statistical bracket.
Oh,
Congratulations.
speaking of lunch, Teddy calls me.
Breakfast with Nash.
You have to take Nash out. to
Teddy
lunch.
calls me Saturday.
Here you
He's
go.
like, hey, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, nothing. I just got a haircut.
Here we
He's
go.
like, yo, he's like, you hungry? I'm like, yeah, I can eat. He's like, oh, you want to get some lunch? I'm like, yeah, I'll get some lunch. He's like, all right, I'm gonna go shower. I'll call you back. Next thing I know, it's fucking 8:00.
There was nothing to eat, and you were going out to eat at 5:30. What the hell do you want to
I
get?
said I'm starving. I'll
He did
get
the
something to
same
eat
thing
now.
to me too.
Yeah, he doesn't fucking answer.
No, he kept asking me to get something to eat, and I'm like, I just
see him
picked
later.
up something to eat.
I see him later that night. I'm like,
So, all right, let's get something to eat though.
like, oh, how's lunch? He's like, oh, I made eggs. I'm like, all right, Ted.
Yeah, but something light though. There's nothing light. I want to eat pizza. I'm not eating Chinese food. What else did you want? There's nothing else to get. So I just made some eggs.
He could have been like, text me, like, oh, never
I
mind.
just caught myself
Poached
breathing
eggs?
heavy. I got a problem.
Poached eggs.
No, I'm like,
Ted, say something funny to end the podcast.
oh my god, do that. I'm not.
He's looking around for a bailout.
I know.
Natch is like, I got nothing for you here.
All right, everybody, that's the Nerd Soup podcast. I am Bo.
Oh, and if you want, you
boy.
can listen to us on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Spotify since you never said it.
Can you put my Twitter handle under my picture?
No.